So, hello everyone. My name is Anxhelina, and today I want to present on behalf of Elevatic. I know presenting post-lunchtime, it's a bit difficult because you're still in the food coma, but I will try to keep it short and interesting for you. So I want to talk about a challenge that organizations using Atlassian tools face. It's not just a technical failure or budget constraint, but it's actually a scaling problem. So Atlassian has a lot of powerful tools, Jira, Bitbucket, Confluence. They work, but when organization grows larger and larger, something starts to break down. And the tools, their system, cannot hold back by themselves. That's why I want to walk you through our solution and how we gave this problem an answer across 4 layers, which are connected to one setup. So, I want to speak a bit more specific about the problem. For example, knowledge is messy when a lot of people get involved in. When someone new comes to the company, they want to see one onboarding page, and 3 different people can give them 3 different versions. Maybe some of them would be older than the other one, and so on. Meanwhile, developers spend a lot of their time trying to, not writing code, but actually untangling pull request processes or trying to define what chasing reviews or trying to define those standards when they're actually, they have to be defined in the very first place. And when you, the third problem is that systems stay disconnected. Your work life is basically used in Jira, but your files lives in SharePoint, and there is no connection in between them. And people start to copy-paste these links in between these 2 platforms, hopefully trying hopefully that they will sync. And then when we want to assign a specific task, the people context is missing because you're essentially guessing whether this person is the right fit for this assignment. You don't have any, let's say, source to find if this person has the actual skills, role, and what their current focus is actually in. So these 4 problems are stemming to the same root cause, which is scalability. So our 4 layers that we have prepared for you are based in this huge model, and it works like this. They are designed to work together as an integrated solution and to end your scaling problems. So the first one is knowledge. It's based on knowledge. So Meridian knowledge structure for Confluence is one of the 4 layers. The second one is based on the system to connect different Atlassian system and the rest together. The third one is people, Meridian people and Skills Hub for Atlassian, which actually it's one of the main important one of the layers out here. And the fourth one, last but not least, to make the developer experience much more easier, we have developer experience solution for Bitbucket. Let's start with the first layer of the solution. Let's be honest, a lot of Confluence pages start as an enthusiastic project, but end up in a space that no one uses it, but at the same time, no one have the ownership to delete it. So what we are actually trying to give is standardized page template, so documentation looks consistent throughout the whole organization. And at the same time, we want to bring the contents usage on point, because we don't know if something that is being created is used by the people. We want to know what's being read and what is not. And for that, we also want to know, we want to make sure that people don't spend time hunting for the knowledge, but they actually use it. So we have provided this solution that is based on these 4 apps that bring together these 3 main concerns. Metadata for Confluence gives every page structure and searchable attributes to keep the Confluence consistent. Navitabs adds clean navigation macros that make moving through content much more easier. View Tracker actually gives you a full analysis and a report of how the content is being used or being seen and consumed by the people in the organization. And for a really large organization, finding this content, it's really hard. So we give subspace navigation for Confluence to give a structure into finding the knowledge. The second one is the second part of our layer is Meridian Documents integration for Atlassian, where our main goal here is to connect Atlassian tools and Microsoft 365 together without to create a bridge between them and to not switch contents. So when people want to embed a SharePoint file into Confluence or into Jira, they do not have to switch tabs or switch the tools. They can do it directly in Jira and Confluence. So we want to merge these two platforms together. And the apps that they are available on Atlassian Marketplace, then they integrate Microsoft 365 environment without complex configuration behind it. It's SharePoint connector for Confluence and SharePoint connector for Jira. Then we have the third layer, which is a Meridian People and Skills Hub for Atlassian. When you assign a Jira ticket, you want to you want to be sure if the person that you are assigning this task is relevant. I mean, you can see only their names, maybe their avatars on Jira ticket. However, you don't know their past experience or something that their current focus and so on. So that's where Meridian solution, People and Skills Hub for Solution comes in, that it forces clear ownership, so you know who is the right person to assign a task to, based on their relevant skills, and that comes from different sources. That also a colleague of mine is going to have, Ilona is going to have a session in room number 3, around 3 p.m. And you can also use these contents into automation and workflows, so the people that know that what they're doing their work are actually with who are they going to work with. So the apps for this, the third layer would be user profile for Jira and user profile for Confluence, and these two apps actually take the data directly from Microsoft Azure Active Directory or Microsoft 365, and they are not duplicated data. This data stays there, we take those data and we actually use them in the right way. The fourth layer would be the developer experience solution for Bitbucket. So this solution makes the developer lifecycle much more easier. That starts from the PR creation to the merging phase. So the solution itself provides you the smart templates and automatically gives you the names of the people that suggest the right reviewers for this process, and other automation that makes the quality of the code consistent, so it does not depend on the person that is refining the PR in the end. So the result would be faster PRs and quality consistency into PR releases, so they don't depend on the user. And the apps that are responsible for this fourth layer is going to be DevSensei for Bitbucket and include quality code for Bitbucket. So this one setup that we already have explained, make sure that the knowledge is structured, the systems are connected, the quality of the code stays consistent, and the people are actually visible, and their main responsibilities and their skills are known. So what the teams get in the end is that they shift from a fragmented work into a scalable organization, which makes the teams more efficient, and more scalable. They are able to make this decision-making process based on data, on better collaboration, on less duplication data, as I already mentioned in the third, and the second layer of connecting different Atlassian tools and other ecosystem, and consider the quality of the code. So if you want to learn, if you want to learn more about our solution in details, you can, we would love to have you and to have a conversation in our booth. We are not right next to the right of when you get out of this room, because the solution itself is quite big, and we want just to trigger your interest with this presentation. Thank you very much.